Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. So this video is from Shapiro and it's titled How OnlyFans is Destroying Our Society. You guys, I'm excited for this and let's check this video out.
Well, folks, it is a Friday, and that means it's time to do a little bit of culture talk. I know. But the good news is my production team is filled with people who actually care about this stuff, and so we're going to go through it for your viewing pleasure or suffering, depending on the kind of thing that you like. So, apparently, Denise Richards, you remember her? Maybe you don't. She was in a Bond movie at one point. She's in Wild Things with Nev Campbell and all the rest of that crew, Matt Dillon. And now she has a reality show with her kids called Wild Things. And her daughter apparently has an OnlyF. Apparently that is a thing. So here is Sammy Sheen, who again, Denise Richards had her kids with Charlie Sheen. So that is a pairing, if ever there was one. By the way, Charlie was the one who objected to Sammy joining OnlyF. When Charlie Sheen is the responsible one in a relationship, you know you got a problem. Here is Sammy Sheen explaining why she joined OnlyF in June 2022. She was 18.
I think what made me start an OnlyFans in the beginning is because I really wanted to get an apartment, and I knew that working at the candy shop I was working at wasn't going to cut it. So I went to the next best thing and made an OnlyFans. It opened so many doors for me, and I've met really cool people doing it, and it's been really nice and rewarding being my own boss and making my own hours and being able to do the things I've always wanted to do.
This is so sad. I'm sorry, that's so sad. She's met some really good people. Really? Is those are the people you meet when you are stripping for money on OnlyFans? That's also, by the way, she is the daughter of Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards. I assume that there is some money available to help pay for the apartment. Like this was your best job opportunity available, was stripping or working at the candy store. Those were the two big job opportunities. Well, never you fear. Denise decided that after watching the success of her daughter, she too would join OnlyFans because the family that strips together stays together.
When I saw that Sammy was getting so much backlash, it really upset me as a mom and also as a woman in this business because I've done roles where I have been, I did Starship Troopers, very conservative and a totally different role this was very beginning of my career. And when I did Wild Things, totally two different roles, and people could judge either one. And then after Wild Things, and then to be perceived as a sex symbol and doing photo shoots for that, and people can have an opinion about that. It bothered me that she was getting backlash for owning her own sexuality and her being a woman and doing what she wanted to do. And that's why I joined it. I didn't understand it before, and then I quickly learned. But that's ultimately why I did it. And I kind of made a sort of a joke about it. I posted something when she did join, people were making comments, because it's hard because she's so young, and she was 19 or 18 when she joined.
I just turned 18 when I started.
She was 18 years old.
It was
and
crazy.
I thought, oh my gosh, for her at 18 to have people have negative comments about her, it really bothered me. So that's why I, decided to do it.
Wow, that sounds like a reasonable explanation. I mean, to be fair to Denise Richards, basically all she's doing on OnlyFans is what she was doing in Wild Things when all the teenage boys had to go to Blockbuster Video and then pause the tape. So, I mean, nothing particularly shocking happening with Denise Richards over there. I do feel horrible for their sister, of Sammy's sister. So Sammy's sister is a person named Lola, and Lola was recently baptized in the Christian church, and she looks so uncomfortable during these clips. She looks just uncomfortable, which she should. So Denise Richards was asked, how do your kids feel about mom joining OnlyFans, which again is stripping for money. That's all it is.
How do you both feel about your mom opening up an account?
I think it's great. I always just tell her I wish she waited a little bit because she started it right after I did. But yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. Lola might say something else.
Whatever she makes.
I don't know what more I could do.
She didn't know what more she could do. Well, she could not do that. Maybe she could figure out a way to, help her daughter so she doesn't become a career stripper. Maybe that. This sort of mainstreaming of OnlyFans is one of the worst things that has happened in American public life. It's just horrifying. The turning of normies into stars who sell their bodies for money is just gross.
You guys, what are your thoughts on this video? OnlyFans is not only destroying the women who are doing it, but the men who are consuming their products. Because from this video, you can tell that the girl on the left is not happy about what her sister is doing. She feels so embarrassed that her family is even discussing this. OnlyFans is a danger to the society, and Dennis Richards should be ashamed of herself for supporting her kids instead of scolding her. To have respect for herself, and as a parent, it's okay to totally scold your kids if they are walking on the path of destruction, and it's also your duty as a parent to steer them towards the right path. Call it whatever you want, but this is prostitution in plain sight. But now everyone is glorifying prostitution by calling it OnlyFans. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section, and let's continue watching.
And if you don't think it's gross, well, I have some more gross only content for you. So hope you're ready, and you can blame producer Jessica for compiling all of this. So apparently, you remember there was an announcement that Bonnie Blue, who is an OnlyFans creator, which is to say she's a on camera. I mean, I don't know what else you call it. She literally has on camera for money. That is what she does. And if she's insulted by that, I would wonder why, because definitions of words exist. In any case, Bonnie Blue, who had with 1,057 men in 12 hours, which is 10 men an hour. No, I'm sorry, 100 men an hour? That is 100 men an hour. Somewhere in that 80 men an hour? I have some logistical questions that are probably not air appropriate for how precisely that works. Is it just like an assembly line? Like, what is the average time? I had some. In any case, she suggested that she was pregnant, and this led to all sorts of memery, particularly from the Maury show, which this is the ultimate Maury show. Is that Bonnie Blue said that she was pregnant after having with 1,057 men. It did lead to one of the great tweet exchanges of all time, where somebody said, "Well, wasn't she using birth control?" And somebody said, "Well, it's 99.9% effective." And she had with 1,057 men. So you do the math, right? Fair statistical analysis that you have made, sir. But it turns out that she wasn't actually pregnant. She faked the pregnancy, which I have to say, I'm relieved for the potential child that doesn't exist of Bonnie Blue. Like, I'm glad for children to be born, but I don't think that everyone should necessarily have to be mothered by Bonnie Blue. That seems bad. Like, if the child were already created, I'd be very happy that the child was created. But if Bonnie Blue could not have a baby with a random stranger, I feel like that's also not a terrible thing. In any case, she apparently faked it to raise funds for a stranger's IVF. It's all for charity, folks. For a stranger's IVF treatment. Again, she is the least decent model for IVF I've probably ever heard. But this is so I guess we're just going to do like biblical conundrums now. Like, can you use money to pay for temple dues and that sort of stuff? Like, we're really going to do like Talmudic debates over this sort of thing now. Great. How exciting. By the way, she wasn't the only girl this week who faked a pregnancy. Apparently Lily Phillips, who had, held the title of person who slept with the most people in a particular time period until Bonnie Blue decided to, outshine her. She had slept with 100 men. She announced that she was pregnant. And then it turns out that was fake. And it was role play for her subscribers. It was role play. Don't worry. OnlyFans is only enriching the lives of Americans and the health of women. Oh boy, this is the culture you have created, and I hope that you wallow in all of it. Okay, other pieces of culture today. So I have been told, again, I'm just informed of these things and then told that people want to hear about them. I'm not sure I share the sentiment, but in any case, apparently Alec Baldwin and family now have a reality show, because why the hell not? Everyone needs a reality show. Everyone. So Alec and his wife, Hilarious, her name is Hilaria Baldwin, I guess. She's actually just from Boston. And she, I think, changed her name and then changed her backstory and changed her accent and maybe everything else about herself. I'm not really sure. Apparently, they have a reality show now. I don't know where they shot the reality show. I know where Alec Baldwin typically does his shootings, but I'm not sure where in any case, we have a bit of the trailer for The Baldwins, which is a thing that is happening in all of our lives. Here we go.
7 children, 6 animals, 2 parents. A wild family. Why are we eating chocolate? Get off your phone. Okay.
Don't be in that pool.
Gross. What's the matter? Happy face. My son lost his mom in the most unthinkable tragedy. This is never something to forget, and we're trying to parent through it.
When the world is getting cold, know that I'm yours.
Honestly, from
Wait,
the
he
bottom
shot somebody.
of my
Why is this
soul,
about him?
I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have you and these kids.
I will lift you up.
It's okay, just ignore him.
And then the
We've
music
had
turns inspiring.
bad moments, but we found our foundation. She says you should look like this.
1989.
We're solid and we're here together.
I will lift you up.
Wow, that sounds meaningful. That sounds great. Also, remember when TLC was the Learning Channel? I remember that. And now it's just random celebrity family who maybe somebody shot somebody. So that's great. By the way, again, Hilaria Baldwin is in fact one of the most hilarious people in possible human history. Flashback clip. Here is Hilaria Baldwin and her widely variant accents.
Hi, I'm Ilaria Baldwin.
And I'm Alec Baldwin.
And we have an announcement to make.
Good God, no.
No, definitely not. We're done having kids. Bye.
Sit down.
This is about our show.
When I was growing up, and in this country, I would use the name Hillary, and in Spain, I would use the name Hilaria. And my family, like my parents, they call me Hilaria. My whole family call me Hilaria. And it was something that was always kind of like I see other people do it, and it always kind of bothered me that like neither name sounded good.
She went by Hillary, her original name, until 2009. That's when she started using the name Hilaria and started dropping the Spanish accent. Her original name is Hillary Lynn Hayward Thomas. In other words, the whitest name that has ever been whited. And yeah, so that's all great. Glad everyone needs a reality show. That's exciting. Are you tired of the lies and the twist of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? The world has actually become a crazy place to live in, and Dennis Richard have failed this girl in ways that I can't even count. 18 years old goes through a lot in life, but choosing OnlyFans is not the way out, because this phrase would definitely pass. This is such a mess, because if you ask me, I'll say Dennis Richard is such a narcissist mother, and the audacity she has to get upset about the backlash her kid is getting, but not bothered about the career path her daughter has chosen, is what really bothers me. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Do you think this woman has failed her kid? I would love to hear your thoughts on this particular one, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.